Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are looking into 735, which is a part of our playlist LeetCode 75. So this one here we are given an integer array of asteroids, and we need to return uh, an integer array. And if there are some conditions, like uh, if two halides collide, if they are having different signs. So this one is positive, 5 is positive and 10 is positive, but minus 5 is negative, right? So if one positive value and negative value collides, whichever the value is bigger, here we shouldn't consider the sign it is having, but whichever value is the bigger, when we take the absolute values, that will remain, and other one which is smaller will be uh, will be will be like will be removed or else will be deleted, you can say. So so this one here, we have 5 and 10 cannot be collided as they are positive, and 10 and 5 are from different signs, and you can see 10 is greater when we take absolute values. 10 comma minus 5, when we take up absolute value 10 comma 5, 10 is bigger, so 5 will be removed and we will have only 10. And previously 5 is there, right? 5 and 10 in this one, so the result is 5 and 10. And if the both values, absolute values, are same, both absolute values are same, we will have nothing. So both will be collided and we will not have anything. That is example 2. Here you can see. And example 3, we have 5 is, so here you can see, first first minus 2 will be collided with 2. That means we have 10 comma minus 5, as 5 is bigger and compared with 2, and 10 and minus 5 will collide and we will have 10. So that is going like it is like that, it will work like that. So that is a condition given. So how we can solve it? We can solve it by using a stack, by taking help of stack. I'm taking a stack, so I'm ready to jump into the solution. Okay, before jumping into the solution, I want to describe few points. That one is, so we are going to follow a particular steps to solve this issue. The first one is, the first point is, we will allow, we will store or positive values, without any condition, without a, just we will check if the asteroid is positive or not, and we will just add it to stack. And then we will have one condition where, uh, let's say, let's take this particular array. In my stack I added 5, and then I added 10. When coming to minus 5, what I need to do, I need to loop through this. Why? Because in this case we are having 5, 10. Let's assume that we are having 10 or 5, 10 and 5 in a different sequence. 10 or 7, let's take 7. What we need to do is, sorry, not 7, or else take 2. Okay, so in this case what we need to do is, we need to loop through this particular values, these two values. We may have multiple values, like let's say I'm having 3, 33, 4, 1, maybe. Let's assume that we are having these different values. What we need to do, we need to loop through all these values till we find a value, find a absolute value which is greater than 5. So which is greater than 5, that is the condition. So that is the main condition, that is the key condition here. So loop through loop through uh, loop through the all positive values till start, until we are getting a value which is greater than, okay, which is greater than absolute value of absolute value of negative value. So what is this second condition is saying that, so we will just store all the values, all the positive values, and then what about negative values? So when coming to negative values, we will look through, in that condition we will look through all the values until we are getting a value which is greater than the absolute value of negative value. So that is a small condition, we will get to know more about it when we are writing the code. And the third condition we just need to remember is, if the if the stack is, what are the stack we are storing all the values, is empty, then we should not consider what is the sign it is having, what is the sign that particular asteroid is having. We just need to add it. If stack is empty, go ahead and add value to add asteroid, or can say asteroid to stack. That's it. And the last condition is, if absolute value of a asteroid, okay, absolute value of asteroid, like that means if we are hitting this condition, asteroid is equal to the peak of stack, what we need to do, we just need to pop that value, pop the latest value. And in the second loop also, like we just it is not mean that we just need to loop through, we need to loop through the stack, and we need to delete, loop through all positive values and pop them until start value. So this is a small condition, like we need to pop that value. It is not our job to just to look through those values, we need to pop those values as well. So first I rated all the points, now I will go through the code. So you will just understand like why what we have done till now. So I'm starting the code part. So if anyone didn't understand what is the above points, this code will clear all the doubts. So I'm just running a for each loop and taking all the asteroids. I'm taking each asteroid, and if asteroid is positive, then what we need to do, we just need to add it to stack. That's it. We just need to add it to stack. If not, what we need to do, we need to run a loop. Here I mentioned, right? What is this loop? First, this loop is having so many conditions. I will write down each and everything. So it will check if count is greater than or zero. That is our first condition. The next condition is, we will just check if stack dot peak, okay, if stack dot peak is greater than zero. Why? Because so we are checking with asteroid. So we here in the else condition, we are sure that asteroid is negative. So stack dot peak should be greater than zero. Then only we can do what are the pop operation that we need to do. And the next one is, we will just check absolute of asteroid is greater than stack dot peak. What does this particular thing do? So we are checking absolute value of asteroid. Let's say in this else condition we all have asteroids that are negative. That's clear. So let's say I'm having asteroid is equals to -8. By the time I'm having in my stack, I'm having a value 8. So what we are doing is, we are checking if stack is greater than 0, or else let's say I'm having in stack we are already having k, the 7. Okay, we are checking if stack count is greater than 0, it's fine. Stack dot peak is greater than 0, yes, it's greater than 0. And math dot absolute asteroid, that means this part will become 8 even though it is negative. So absolute will just check, make convert that negative value to positive, right? So this condition is meeting, then what we will do, so at this, after all this conditions successful, like we will just pop the value. That's it. That's it. We are not doing anything. We just pop that value until, like, let's say we are having so many things like this in the stack by the time, and then now the asteroid is -8. So we should remove all these values, right? That is this condition, this while condition. We're just taking each value, and we're first taking 5, pop, 6, pop, 7, pop, as these all absolute values are lesser than 8, this particular asteroid. Okay, that's the point of while. And if it is not, if asteroid, like if stack dot count is greater than, sorry, equals to 0, or asteroid or peak is less than 0, what we need to do? If count is equals to 0 and stack dot peak is less than 0, then we just need to push asteroid. That's it. That's our condition. What is this condition? Like, let's say in our asteroid we are having -8, and by that time in stack we don't have anything, it's just empty, or else we have a negative value, -10. So both negative values cannot collide, right? So that's why, if it is count is 0, or else if the peak value is less than 0, that means it will be, if the peak value is negative, which in this case, at the time we just need to add to our stack like this. So what that is the operation here we are doing. And we have one more condition. If, else if math dot abs of asteroid, okay, is equals to stack dot, sorry, peak. If these two values are, if these two values are this is the condition. So by the time we are having in our stack, we are having value 8, and asteroid is -8. So what we need to do, we just need to check the absolute value of asteroid, that is 8, and if it is equals to stack dot peak, which is 8. If these both are equal, the absolute values are equal, then we need to pop. We need to do the pop operation. That's it. We just need to do, remember these points. So as the same thing here, we'll store all the positive values, loop through the all positive values and pop them until like we are getting a value which is greater than absolute value. So this is a condition for all this. This is a condition. And one few more conditions. If the stack is empty, uh, the stack is empty and peak is less than 0, then we just need to push the asteroid. And if both asteroids, like both positive and negative asteroids absolute values are equal, we need to pop. So after doing all these operations, we have our stack. And you may think that we can simply return array, but that's not going to work. I'll just show you first, then we can look into like what is the issue. Sorry, there is some issue. Asteroid, I hope it will work now. Yeah. So what is the issue here? So some of the cases are failed. The reason is, you can see the expected value is 510, but we are having 10.5. And in case 2 also, it is empty, that's why it's fine. And third case also, we have only one value, that is fine. When come to fourth one, we are having, if you observe, we are having values in reverse order. So what is happening, like in stack we are adding uh, value, like if it is follows, stack always follows like last in first out, right? So that's why we are having this issue. So we need to reverse our array. So to reverse array, I'm gonna use the default method. First I will take the array to a result, and here I will just perform array dot, sorry, reverse. It will just reverse the array. and now we are good to return the result. That's it. Now everything will work fine. Yes, let's submit the solution. Yeah, this is our solution. This is somewhat good. We are using stack to solve this issue. So, so you just need to remember these 4 points uh, to solve this one. It is previously I got a 80 or 84. It's as I already mentioned in my previous videos. Like it's not dependent on our solution most of the time. Like it's sometimes dependent on the time that we are submitting the solution. Like yes, let's say like now we are getting 80. Anyway, it's not very optimized, but it's one of the good solution you can consider it as. Uh, so we explored by using this solution, like we explored the part of using stack, and yes, that's it for today. I will come back with the next problem tomorrow. Thank you.